Okay, I hope we are on the record, and it is where we stopped before. We do have a file with the successful calculation of the periodic infinite polymer with k points. I'm going to expand it twice to get model with 2 unit cells in the simulation cell. Since I do not want to spoil good data in this directory, I'm going to make a new directory. Make directory C4H4 periodic, and I'm going to copy into this directory the output of that we got here. Copy concar there, so it is continuing. It is where we stopped, what we got. Copy concar there. I just need one more space. No, wrong place. Car space period C4H4. Now I do need to copy the key points and the file in car. So I'm only copying from the source directory and I'm not erasing anything there. Now I'm going to a new directory. There we have 4 files. So I'm going to make the simulation cell with 8 atoms instead of 4. So I'm going to expand twice. So copy concar into P0, copy concar into P1. Those are copies. I'm going to look at P1, and you see the fractional coordinates are changing from 0 to 1. Therefore, they stay within limits of the cell size. But if I make it I for insert shifted by 1, it will mean that I'm going out of box. So it will be shifted by the size of the unit cell. Now, there are codes to convert VASP format back into XYZ. VASP to con P0, VASP to con P1. So it creates format.con that we can further process into XYZ. Con to XYZ P0 P1. So we do have files P0 XYZ and P1 XYZ. We see that the P0 XYZ X coordinates change between 0 and 2, and for the second between about 3 and 4, because they are consistently shifted. Now we are going to merge these 2 files. This nice command concatenate into sort.xyz from P0 and from P1. More sort.xyz. It is just merger of 2 files. Now we are going to sort the sort and tunnel it into the file postcar.xyz. Okay? This file postcar.xyz is ordered, but it shows 4. Well, we see by naked eye that there are 8 atoms. So second line empty or comment, and then the numerical data for atomic coordinates. C 4 times, H 4 times, total 8. Right. Now we do standard thing. Rotate XYZ, 0, enter, 0, enter, 0, enter. This minus OK. We have several files that we are processing into postcar in a standard way. Team to Wasp postcar underscore rotated into postcar. We are putting zeros just for the beginning. Later we are going to add adjustment data. So if we look on the original count car, we see that the size of the unit cell in x direction was 2.48. Okay. Therefore, the size of the new cell should be 2.48 multiplied by 2. 4.96. And here are the data. The WASP calculates the cell without adjustment 3.7, but it automatically makes everything to 4 at the very small unit cells. Later, for bigger units, it processes it in a different way. So 4.86 minus 1 will be minus 4 will be 0.86. Great. So look at this number. 0.86. So it is the adjustment parameter that we need along x-axis. And we can do 7 for y and z. Hit enter. And now you see the size of the periodic cell in x direction is 4.96. What we wanted, what we had here. 4.96. Okay? So if we replicate unit cells, if our simulation cell consists of more than one unit cells, then we can return to more conservative k points. So using only one k point at gamma point. This is an approximation. Formally, the larger number of k points, the better, but now we can do it for educational purposes. Now, I'm going to run WASP with our 4 initial files: postcar, podcar, k points, incar. So you see there is a progression of numbers. Look at this line, which gives type of this data. First line is number of cycle, second is total energy, third is change in total energy, fourth is change of change. So it is an iterative self-consistent cycle for improving total density and total energy. And it will repeat until one arrives into a reasonable number. Then one starts another series, another cycle, but it is on the different position of ions. So at the end of each cycle, one recalculates forces and move items out of it. Therefore, it is two cycles inside each other, self-consistent cycle over improving electronic structure, and outside there is cycle on geometry optimization. So we can sit and watch this optimization of energy and optimization of structure for several steps. Now with this size of the model, you see the reason why one should submit things into the job scheduler. Sometimes human patience doesn't allow us to wait long enough. But now, 7 cycles, we are done. So AOS minus OT, we have all reasonable output files. Good. Now I am going to save recordings just in case to make sure that it was recorded.